Welcome back, guys, for episode 2. I just wanted to tell you guys about my journey and how I got this far in the game and how did I do so well. So basically, it was not easy. It was a very tough game. I started out, I wasn't able to expand because I was instantly attacked by Poland and Austria. I was able to station a large army here and here. Poland basically kind of suicided attacked into my capital a little bit, but it caused a lot of damage. I used National Guard to be able to have that defensive bonus and stuff like that. And then I was able to counterattack with the help of France, which he was a good ally, but he just got weakened a lot by the African coalition coming in. And I teamed up with them and stuff like that. I'll show you a lot of stuff. Said basically they had Indonesia in it, and I was like, I'll take care of France and Spain because our original leader was America, and then he got killed by the South American coalition, and then I was elected the leader, and I did pretty good. I was able to lead the coalition, and we fought Iran off because they were taking over Ukraine, but Ukraine just gave up, and then they decided to leave and try to fight us. So that was a bad move. Me and France occupied them quite quickly. It was basically me and France for a long time. They were like one of the second strongest or third strongest nations, but they just got their entire coastline just bombarded with missiles and stuff like that. And I was easily able to come in, push through, and come this is where I am now. I haven't really lost any troops really in this attack, as I don't know where the French troops have went. They might be in Madrid, or they possibly could be in South America. And after I defeated Poland, I would have diverted all my forces down here to attack Austria. Well, Austria was allied with the Serbians, and they attacked from the back, taking Hamburg and Hanover. That's why Hamburg ain't really that developed, because it was taken over. And that's why I have these, what are these called? Military logistics, so I can move my troops faster to get back up here and take this lands back, as I was super weakened, mainly just had National Guard and a small air force at that point. But I had basically taken over like a large amount of land, like all this and all of Poland. So I was doing very good. We kept going. Eventually, we fought Belarus. They were quite powerful. Finland was helping for a long time, but it seems like they're basically inactive by this point, which kind of sucks. But you know, they're not gonna be in the game forever. I got some troops stationed over there. So yeah, basically I'm just trying to conquer the rest of Europe and then start pushing out into the east, and then once I have enough resources and strength, I will most likely start an invasion through the north, and you know, hopefully they will start diverting all their troops and power to come and fight me. As let me show you my allies. Mostly they have a large amount of land, but as you can see, there's really not a lot of troops. I'll show you one of the battlegrounds and front lines. We got Nubia. They are number 3 power. And then I am in first place, which makes sense because I've been rapidly expanding basically this whole game. But Peru is doing very well for themselves, and they've taken over most of the Americas with their allies of Venezuela and Colombia, and now they've even taken China and are taking over like this area and stuff like that. So this game is going very well, and I have a lot of, you know, this is where most of my National Guard and those are mercenaries, but there's a lot of National Guards and mercenaries that I've been creating and using to work together, because I use them to occupy territories and stuff like that. Really, I don't have any quality troops out here. I'm just using quantity, creating an air base right here. And I've been using my Air Force to clear out basically anything that I possibly need to. And I'll even show you guys another one of my games, as I do have a few games open right now. Been pretty interested in the Z Nation, because I don't know, I just like zombies, but I won't get into those games. This is another game where I'm playing as Germany, and I'm also allied with France. And looks like we have a visitor. That's not very good. Molly seems to be visiting us. Mostly in this game, I switched up my strategy. I didn't upgrade my bases. I kept them level 1, but
Reporting for duty.
One in Leipzig and in Hanover. That's my priority. It was resource management in this game, as I kind of just tried to do my best to keep my resources good. And yeah, I mainly focused on National Guards in the beginning and defenses. Once again, Poland attacked me, but this time they would have had a strong alliance behind them. Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, and Kazakhstan were all in one massive alliance, and it was just me, France, and UK that were teamed up. And Italy was in the alliance, but they didn't do anything. They mainly just took Tunisia and then this area over here, which I'm conquering the last of their lands right now. And I'm going after Greece. They're not really posing much of a threat. As you can see, I'm mainly using the National Guard down here, paired with air superiority fighters, which I upgraded to level 3. I'm focusing on military now, as my strategy has shifted, and my second Air Force was gunships, as they do a lot more damage to infantries than fighters do, which don't really do that much damage, but they do a lot of damage to helicopters and fixed fighter targets, which is good because all of my enemies had helicopters and I had strike fighters, so they could have easily been able to destroy me if I didn't have my strike fighters out early and quickly developed them. Probably had around 10 strike fighters as fast as possible is what you want to do. I wouldn't ever worry about Navy as Germany. Now that they've created these coastal battery, this has protected me. The patrol boats are very good as well for early game and just protecting your coastline. And that's what I've done. I've been attacked by Ukraine. They have made a navy. That's why we haven't taken them out. That's because they have a navy down here in the Black Sea, and I do have forces ready, but I'm waiting for my allies to come and take out their ships. And Turkey has declared war on me, but I was unprepared. I'm sending a large stack of National Guard and infantry down there, using my helicopters to wipe that out. And strike fighters basically to clear the path, and then use my National Guard to clear the lands. That's been my strategy so far, but at this point now I'm developing my army bases, and I've chosen mechanized infantry, which are quite good. High attack damage, really good in defense. They seem like they have a lot of weaknesses though. Okay, that's not the best ever, but you can do deployment with it. But I've paired that with recon vehicles, which are very good, and then towed artilleries and mobile anti-air. I was thinking about going for air mobile infantry and trying that out. I don't really have any experience with it, but I wanted to make a type of stack that can all be airlifted and quickly be able to move, and I could use that as my strategy to be able to pair it with my Air Force, which would be very good. Mostly just focusing on like an air type of build this game. Not sure how it will play out, but it's playing out very good right now. I'm sending in or my anti-air and my towed artillery to help with the push into Turkey, as they're gonna be pretty strong. It seems like they're not really being the most aggressive with their expansion and stuff like that. But eventually, I'm gonna have to border this African coalition, which is very strong in this game, definitely expanding quickly. But there's also like the American coalition, there's an Asia coalition, currently allied with the Asian coalition, and I'm hoping that we can work together to be able to stop the African coalition, as currently I think they're the most powerful coalition. Yeah, they're Wakanda, 5 members. None of the other teams have 5 members. Asia doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well, but that's mainly because of me. I have 50 cities and 600 victory points, so my strategy is definitely
reporting for duty
out. Even though we definitely had a rough start to the game and fought off this coalition, I had to, yell at France to stop fighting Belarus, because they were being friendly towards us and they didn't get involved in the fighting. Neither did Russia, but I guess Kazakhstan kind of betrayed Russia in the end a little bit. And they weren't able to really fully develop, but Russia's a tough nation to play. And yeah, me and France kind of took them out. I kind of cleared the path with defending as they kind of tried to attack me. I used a stack of 7 National Guard here that I stationed.
Reporting for duty.
Guards here. I had some National Guards up here, and I used my coastal batteries to shoot them and get some additional damage, and use my Air Force to crush them. And it worked very well, and I was able to crush everybody that opposes me. And Greece and Turkey declared war on me, but it's not going very well for them. And I've been fighting them for a decent amount of time now, just because I've been so busy with so many different conquests. But that is the good thing about Air Force. You can be active, you can use National Guards to be able to cheaply take over territories and not lose many troops, because you have a powerful Air Force and nobody can stop you in Europe. As you can see, my allies have also kind of replicated this. France has gone for more of like a military strategy, which is good. I'm going for military now. I wouldn't say it's never too late to start developing your main strategy, but it's definitely, I would say, mid-game now, and that's why I've switched focus into military, so I can start working on building a defensive line. And that helps, as if you're playing Germany and you have a strong coalition to your south, use the Alps to your advantage. Always station troops in the city, whether it's National Guard or actual strong division. That always is going to work to your advantage. Have some reinforcing troops back here, but getting as much army as you possibly can to hold the ground. Navy is good and all, and you can strike far away, very far away. You can strike anywhere on the world, but like, if you're playing in Europe, it's mostly Air Force in the beginning, and then military. And then once you get into late game, you want to do more like rocket artillery, and you can go for Air Force, or Navy if you want to. But it's all up to you, whatever strategy you want to go for. So far, this strategy has been working for me, but every game I try out a new strategy.
Reporting for duty.
But anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked the video and the tutorial, and keep tuning in for more.